For the hour, the rise of socialism and how socialist Bernie Sanders, I think he's the driving force within the Democrat Party these days. That's my opinion. Town Hall editor Katie Pavlich joins us now. Katie, you're a youngster. Can you explain to me why so many of these youngsters, 4 in 10 of those 30 and under, have a favorable view of socialism? What is going on?
Well, and in the millennial generation, it's 6 in 10. There are more millennials, which is America's largest generation, 90 million strong, who believe that socialism is a favorable economic system to capitalism, to the free market. And the problem is they don't really know what that means. They enjoy all the benefits of the free market system, of capitalism, but yet they promote socialism in a way that they don't really understand. And I'm on college campuses all the time, and when I ask a simple question to students who are promoting socialism, like, well, do you like your iPhone? Do you like being able to choose what kind of shoes you wear every day? Do you like choice of being an individual, being able to make your own decisions about how you want to live? The answer is always yes, which of course doesn't really compute with being a proper steward of socialism.
Take this further. My premise was that Bernie Sanders is now the ideological driving force within the Democrat Party. I basically said that he may well take over the party, or his supporters would. Am I going too far with that?
No, absolutely not. If you look at the recent DNC race for the chairman at the DNC, everything was very far left. You have Tom Perez, who believes that illegal immigrants have more rights than American citizens when it comes to labor in this country. You have Keith Ellison, who is extremely far left, and the party has really moved in that direction. Hillary Clinton in the primary had a lot of trouble because Bernie Sanders was moving to her left, and she, in fact, was more centrist in terms of her history, had to move to the left as a result of winning the primary. And of course, there was a whole rigging thing as well. But she had to move her positions to line up more with Bernie Sanders in order to get his base to come out and vote for her in the November election, which, by the way, they did not. And so he certainly has taken the party further to the left as the country has gone more to the center.
Well, they're making the running. They're the noisy ones within the Democrat Party, and because of President Trump. That's what's going on here. But look, I ended my editorial by saying I'm an optimist. I can't believe that a socialist would win the presidency of the United States, and I can't believe that these youngsters would still be socialists when they got themselves a job, a house, a car, and kids, and all the rest of it. I can't believe. Well, what do you say? Am I being too optimistic here?
I think that my generation certainly will grow up a little bit and realize that socialism, as Margaret Thatcher said, doesn't necessarily line up with the facts of life. The facts of life are conservative. And so once they get a little older and have real responsibilities, they tend to change their political leanings. So I do want to say that this generation came of an age in terms of going into the workforce at a very bad time. It was under, President Obama in 2009 had the $1 trillion stimulus package. We had very limited GDP growth for 8 years. When you get out of college and you have $100,000 in debt and you have no job, they placed all of that blame on the free market system when really it should have been placed on big government intervention and putting a wet blanket over the economy. And so their grievances were misplaced. That's why I think they like socialism, even though they don't really understand it. But I'm with you. I'm optimistic. I think that once they, can get a job, have some real responsibilities, they'll realize that socialism doesn't really fit with their lifestyle.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's going to be okay. But we do have a responsibility to be, as stewards of the free market system, to teach young people what free markets are all about. Because guess what? You can't blame them for something they've never been told. And they're not being told or taught about the joys of the free market system in their college classrooms.
You're right. Thanks very much, Katie. Always a pleasure. See you again soon.
Thanks, Stuart.
Thank you. How about this one?